Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'm looking so rough. I'm looking rough as hell. I've not had much sleep, breakouts from being like close to being on my period. Yeah, it's not looking cute. It's not looking cute at all. A couple of weeks ago I did a Fenty haul and I hauled loads of things from Fenty. She did a site-wide sale and picked loads of things up. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it up in the cards. But essentially I just wanted to apply it all to my face and no good a time as any to cover up what's happening right now and truly put it through the ringer. So yeah, I've got like quite a few different foundations, a primer, their new highlighter, a concealer. There's a few things I don't own from Fenty, that being the brow mascara, like brow pencil, gel, anything, a mascara and an eyeshadow thing. Everything else I own. So this is kind of a full face of Fenty, but it's also kind of not. It's a little bit of a cop-out. I'm hoping you'll forgive me though, because I feel like a mascara, I've just got so many mascaras, man, and I really like the mascaras I've got. I'm not really in the market to be trying a new mascara, and the same with brow products. I'm not in the market to be trying a brow product right now. If you think, I can't take myself seriously, I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder, I'm like, I literally look like part of The Walking Dead. I look bloody awful, sorry. If you think that the brow products or the mascaras, anything that I'm not using from Fenty is absolutely worth it, please let me know. But I feel like I haven't seen anything like chef's kiss reviews all around for those products, so I'm kind of like, meh, let's just skip out on them today and do like the eyes separately and like just review everything else, you know. I'm gonna go into the Fenty Beauty, obviously full face of Fenty, the Soft Silk Profilter Hydrating Primer. So many people have raved about this. I might even zoom you in a little bit just so you can get a real up close and personal of how devastating my face looks right now. I got the small size of this primer, so you would have seen in my haul I got the smaller size. The reason for that is just because I was like, I don't know if this is gonna be any good. I have so many primers. I've made it like a vow to myself that I was like, if this is banging and I love it and I'm like, oh my god, that primer is one of my top 10, you know, can't be without that, I'm going to use it, leave the empty bottle in my drawer to remind me that I like this primer enough to repurchase it, and then I can do that. But at the moment I'm sticking to the mini because I have so many other primers to focus on. This feels really nice. It feels like, I was going to say it feels like silicone, but it doesn't. It's like a bit gel-like. It's very hydrating. I have got very dry, dehydrated skin, and then I get like oily right here and then in my eyelids, but then nowhere really else. It's kind of got that feel to it, which, like I said silicone, but it's kind of like a soft, like, I don't know how to describe it other than like it feels like it's going to give me a bit of a filter. It doesn't just feel like a moisturizer, it feels like a moisturizing primer. Definitely not just a moisturizer in a bottle. Like you find a lot of brands say, oh, it's a hydrating primer, and I'm like, was that just a moisturizer? Was that just a moisturizer? I think it was. I'm gonna go into the concealer, which is the We're Even Hydrating Longwear Concealer. Mine's in the shade 130W, so hopefully this matches. So let's cover up these dark circles. You don't get a terrible amount on the doe foot applicator, I'm not gonna lie. Normally I can get 2 eyes done with one dunk. Not this baby. I feel like that's a good match so far. And I have 2 foundations and I really don't know which ones I want to pick. I'm thinking whichever one I don't pick I can put in another video at another stage. I've got the Easy Drop. I think it's Ease Drop, not Ease. Is it Easy Drop? I think it's Easy Drop. Easy Drop Blurring Skin Tint. This is in the shade 3. And then I've got the Soft Lit Naturally Luminous Longwear Foundation. This is in the shade 140. I think I truly want to go for this one. But then I hear so many good things about this and I haven't tried this yet. Let's go for this one. I need the coverage. I really want to try this one out. And then we will, if you're interested in it, I'll play around with it in another video. But I just realised I don't have any earrings in. Talk about literal chaotic energy in this video. We love it. Okay, let's go for a couple of pumps. That's very liquidy. Let's do 2 pumps. Like that. Looks like a good match. I bought this online, so it's a little bit difficult to tell if it's gonna be perfect. I did try to shade match myself in Boots like a couple of days before I bought this, but you know what the lighting's like. You just never know, do you really, until you get into the big open world. Right, I'm just gonna go in with my blending sponge. I can tell the concealer is really hydrating. The way I can tell that is when I stop patting it in, it kind of settles to like a dewy finish. I really, really like that for my face. I'm not sure if I love that for my eyes, only because like I said, I get that like crease of oil in my eyelid. You can probably see where it's settling already. Like if I just keep my eyes open for a little bit and pat underneath my eyes whilst I'm talking to you, you might be able to see where it's starting to crease here. It's not a problem because a lot of concealers do that anyway. It just means it's going to crease a little bit more than I typically like, but that's fine because I can just set it down with some powder. It's not a problem. I've got the Fenty Profilter loose powder in the shade Butter. It is one of my favourite loose powders. I'm just going to go in with a tiny brush and put some powder on this. It just takes off the edge and I can just build the product on it a little bit more. I think that's a bit better. I think I might have to just sit there and accept it. So I'm just gonna take this little brush as well and just set right underneath my crease, still using the same powder. Really, really like this powder. Bearing in mind I'm a dry skinned girly. I don't whack any powder on too much, but I find this one doesn't dry out my skin. And it's really, really lovely, really finely milled and doesn't look too cakey in comparison to other loose powders. I feel like that's made such a difference to the pimple as well. Like you can still see it, it's still there, like it's gonna be there, it's not magic. I can't, you know, makeup doesn't magic away imperfections, but it's definitely less noticeable. So for bronzer, I do have the powder and the cream. I really do wanna use the cream today, but I might set it with the powder depending on what shade it looks like and what's, you know, what's crack-a-lacking on my face. Because you can tell that they are slightly different. This is more warmer, this is the powder one in Shady Biz, and this is Butter Biscuit, and this is the cream shade. So I'm gonna start with the cream, and then if I like how it looks, then I'll leave it. If I want a little bit more warmth, just like the perimeters, I might go in with the powder to kind of like set it, I suppose. So like I said, going into the shade Butter Biscuit, and I want to kind of like bronzer my face. I like doing this. So it's taking a neutral bronzer and building it up where you would contour, but then kind of just bringing it onto the cheeks a bit more like it's a bronzer. Okay, I have built up a few thin layers of the cream bronzer. It looks so beautiful on the skin. Like honestly, I'm looking from well, not far away, like maybe 2 feet in front of my face. And up close, it's looking really, really pretty. I feel like people love this bronzer for a really good reason. I love the powder bronzer as well. I just hadn't got around to picking up the cream. This is really, really pretty. I feel like if you've got dry skin like me, you probably do enjoy cream products anyway, just because they just melt nicer on your face and look less cakey. This is really, really lovely. It looks really airbrushed. I am gonna go in with the powder bronzer just to see what it looks like. I feel like I've got enough bronzer on, but more is more. Nice, I like it. I feel like that's just added an extra layer of warmth. That looks really, really lovely. Both of them pair really well together. A product I'm desperate to try is this beautiful, beautiful gem right here. So this is the Hot Cheeks in the shade Juicy Peach. This one right here. I think this is such a stunning, like peachy, reddy, like burnt colour, and I love it. Though I do want to again apply a cream product underneath. I have 2 cheek creams. I've got one in the shade Petal Popping and the other one in Peach Face. I feel like Peach Face would probably be better with the peach. I feel like that's probably going to go better. But then again, it would probably lean more pink if I put it with Petal Popping. But I mean, I'm a peach girl. I love peach. And the pink does look nice. What should I do? What should I do? Let's go with the peach one. I'm just going to swirl off the brush I used with my bronzer, just on the back of my hand, to take any excess off. To be honest with you, I don't necessarily have a blush brush and a bronze brush. I just have like a a cheek brush because I quite like it when it's all like blending in together. It doesn't look like a Neapolitan. I like that personally. So again, this is the shade Peach Face in the cream blush. I really like this blusher. And I'm just gonna like stipple it all over. Ooh, look at that. Oh, I love it. Do you know what I love about these blushes the most is they're not pigmented, okay? They're not like sheer, but they're translucent. So they give you this wash, this colour, this really buildable colour without looking like you've got like blush on your face. Like when I turn my cheek, you can't necessarily see the blush permanently, like it's a stick of highlighter on my face. It's like, it just feels like my cheek is really warm and you're catching it in different lights, and I don't know, I really like that. I think it's quite innovative, and you know, for a cream blush it doesn't feel just like pigment, it feels just nice and like it's really just blending with my natural complexion. I really like these blushes, hence why I picked up a second shade even though I did not need it, but I really like that. I'm a little bit nervous going into this one because I've seen that it's kind of highlighty and I do have some highlighters that I really want to try, so I'm going to be very delicate with this and I'd rather build. I just want to do one cheek and just see what it looks like in comparison. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if quite sad. I'm not sure if I love this or not. Maybe that's because I've paired it on top of the cream, but I feel like this is like, I don't know, can you see, it's like, it feels like it's scooping my cheeks and it's defining them nicely without even having to do anything. It just feels like rosy and cheery and cheeky. Whereas this, I just feel looks like I've slapped blush on my face, and I feel like it looks like it's coming down here, but it's not. It's because of the shine. It just looks a bit, it looks like an occupational hazard's happened, and I've literally just applied it like this, whereas this just feels healthier. I don't know, does that make sense? Like, this is feeling a bit flat in comparison to this. I will do it like on both sides just because I want it to match, but I'm not sure about this, or at least pairing over anything, that's for certain. I'm not sure if it's just too much shimmer in it. I'm gonna have to try it again, I think. Try it again with different products, maybe I'll change my mind. I just don't know if the pigmentation's there with the shimmer. Not sure about that one, not sure. If you own this, what do you think of it? Is it like, do you feel the same? I just feel like it's a little bit flat. But then maybe it's because I'm comparing it to the cream product that was like really lifting and bouncy and like my cheeks do look nice when I like do this. I do look a bit blush blind right now. Maybe. And then finally for the cheeks, I have the highlighters, which I'm so excited to try out. You have no idea. So I've got the Demi'Glows, one in Pretty Pearls 01. And then I've got another one, which is Prosecco 02. I think I'm probably going to go for Pretty Pearls. And I haven't applied these to the cheeks yet, so I'm really excited. I'm just going to take it on a little Real Techniques brush. Under what authority? Ma'am. Oh my goodness. I mean, when I tell you that was the tiniest amount I dipped in and then tapped off. Oh my god, I look wet. I kind of want to just put more on because more is more, but oh my goodness, this highlighter is amazing. Holy moly. Okay, I want to stop applying it because I'm getting a bit like Tin Man over here. Yes, 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 yes. I really appreciate that shine. My face, I will say, and this has been me being completely transparent, my face is looking a little bit powdery right now. That is because of the amount of product I put on. Normally I don't put on a cream and then a powder, so you know already there's excess product or like more product than I'm used to on my face. At this, you know, I used to apply more when I was younger, but as I'm getting older, maturing, let's just call it maturing, I'm applying less, and I'm either going for a powder or for a cream. Because I've got both, there is obviously a bit of product build up there, but also because I've applied powder, I am looking powdery. Funny that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a setting spray because I think it'll just help melt everything in. But I just want to let you know that if I didn't apply a setting spray, I'd be looking a little bit makeup-y right now. Not in a bad way, because makeup's makeup, so it's not going to not look like makeup, you know? Like makeup's going to look like makeup, believe it or not. But this is really pretty. This is really pretty. And actually, do you know what? That highlighter has saved the blush a little bit, but I'm still not impressed by that blush. But the highlighter. Oh, the highlighter. Oh my God. I'm gonna go for some MAC Fix Plus because I want to fix the makeup. I don't necessarily want to set it. I don't want this to last. I'm not going anywhere. This is what I'm gonna use. Okay, so this is what it looks like with the setting mist all set down. I don't know if you can tell the difference. I'm like calling outer space apparently with this highlighty nose. Hang on, this is borderline ridiculous. I'm gonna take a touch of powder just on my nose there because that was, I mean, crikey. I just find the finishing spray like helps melt everything into the face. I don't know if Fenty have a finishing spray or a setting spray. I've not seen it. If they have, it might be in their skincare section. I know a lot of brands do that. They have their setting sprays within that, but I've not seen it. So if they do have a setting spray that I've just completely missed, please let me know because I really love a setting spray and a finishing spray, whatever you want to call them. I love them. I use them all the time because I just find it helps melt them. That highlighter, sorry, I'm just like, I find that it just helps melt the makeup and just make everything look so, not like necessarily natural, but just less makeup-y and less cakey. I just feel much more confident and it feels like more one layered mesh, like a bit more airbrush, you know? Beautiful. The highlighter, I'm sorry, I know I'm boring you to death, but my goodness. This is the only lip liner I own from Fenty. This is the Fenty Beauty Traced Out Pencil Lip Liner in the shade Rubber Bands 05. So let's use this. Really like the shade. I'm gonna actually apply a gloss today, I think. I did have a lipstick, but it's a very mauvey lipstick, and actually I'm feeling the brown, I'm feeling more browny, and with this it's come off much more neutral brown as well. I thought it was gonna come off more pink for some reason. I don't know why. I'm just gonna take this little lip liner brush and just see if I can blend the edges out a bit. When this lip liner goes on, it's on, which I love. I just wasn't prepared. I have got so many Fenty lip glosses. Like, I wouldn't say all of them because I definitely don't have all of them because she releases, well, she released too many and I was like, I can't keep up. But I've got quite a few. One of them's in my handbag at the moment and I do really love these glosses. I'm between 3 lip glosses. I mean, look at these. Tell me they're not the same. I've got Fenty Glow, the original. Love this lip gloss, one of my favourite lip glosses. Fussy, my second favourite lip gloss. Love this one. This would put it more pink, actually. So I want to put Fussy back. And then the Champ Stamp Style, which I feel would be quite interesting. Let's go for Champ Stamp Fantasy. If you have not tried the Fenty Gloss Bombs, I implore you to do so. Just the normal gloss bombs, they taste like sweets. I love them. Like, there's an essence there, and it's just so like, it just tastes nice to me. I don't know what it is. It just tastes nice, like sweeties, and they're just beautiful. They're not sticky, they're glossy, they're not like a lip oil, they are a proper gloss. So if you're thinking it's a lip oil, it's not, it is a gloss. I love them. So this is like the full face of Fenty-ish. I do feel like a cop-out for not having the eyes done because the brows, mascara, the eyeshadow's not been done. I've obviously got no brow makeup on either, so it's probably looking a little bit stark contrast. But if you're a similar shade match to me, this is actually really quite good. The concealer's holding up quite well as well. It's not creasing, but then I did set it. I'm really liking it so far. Let me go away, put some brows, put some mascara, put some eyeshadow on, and I'll be back. I finished my makeup, as you can see, eyes, the brows. It's all gonna be in the description bar down below as to what I've got on my face. But I have just filmed this look if you're bothered about it. And I was gonna film this before I had dinner, and I thought actually a good test would just be to wear this for like another couple of hours, right? Because makeup always looks beautiful when you first apply it to the skin, the setting spray, everything's like sitting on top of your face nicely, and you're like, yes, love it, love it, love it. But then like after a couple of hours, especially eating as well, and I had fajitas, they were banging, I feel like the makeup starts to truly show what it's going to look like for the rest of the day, you know? So I thought it would be more beneficial to come back and kind of give you like a mini review, what my favourite things are, what I've got most hope for, and just kind of give you a little bit of a rundown. So the primer, I don't know about this one. I think the primer I'm going to have to try, in all fairness to it, with foundations that I already know how they wear on my face. And I kind of will say that in a minute about the foundation as well, because sometimes you don't know whether it's the primer or the foundation doing all the hard work and all the heavy lifting. I did like how this applied to my skin. Did I think it was the most hydrating thing in the world? No. Would I hydrate my face, as in moisturise it beforehand? Probably yes, still. But I think if I wanted... I don't know, this was nice. This was nice. Can I see myself picking up the big size today, tomorrow, next week? No. I have had my thoughts changed before by a primer over like continual use, and I feel like that's the only way that you really get to know whether it's good for you or not. So I feel like I'm gonna get a better understanding of how this product works using some of my foundations that I know like how they work by themselves without anything. So I like it so far. I like the experience, the smell, it's lovely. It's, you know, it's glass. Can hear it there. It's very lovely. I don't think I'm gonna be buying the big size of it at this moment in time. If I do, you'll hear about it. The foundation and the concealer. So first of all, the concealer. I think this is nice. I'm not sure. It was quite creasy under my eyes, but then I think as a face concealer, this will be pretty nice. Like, it's done a good job concealing, and it doesn't look cakey. It didn't oxidize. It was a good color match. Is it going to be my favourite concealer? I'm not sure at this present moment in time, but it was creamy, it felt nice. I just felt like it didn't blow me away. It is very hydrating, and you know, in the places that I did put it, I'm very happy with it, you know, but I think it would crease a little bit if you had oilier skin. So maybe you want to avoid if you've got some slightly oilier skin. Do check out other reviews with people with oily skin, see what they say. But with my dry skin, first of all, colour match, really enjoyed it. Didn't oxidize, very happy with that. The ease of putting it on, very happy with that. It did crease a little bit, but nothing that I would be particularly bothered about. So it was nice so far. The foundation is lovely. I do look at my skin now. It does look a bit cakey in some areas, but in all fairness to the foundation, I not only did powder, but I did cream, then powder bronzer. So again, not very fair to it, but when I look at just the places that I know are just the foundation, this feels like a medium to full through build, like medium but buildable into full coverage. Really nice foundation. I'm actually really excited to try this out again. I do want to try the Ease Drops up next, which I know are much lighter coverage, but this feels like a nice foundation. I feel like I'm going to enjoy it. Again, only a couple of hours of wear. It's giving me a nice look to my face. I don't feel overly cakey, overly dry. It's not oxidized at all. I think it's a brilliant match for me. I'm gonna go double chin mode for you. Only for you. I do feel like sometimes I struggle trying to find a really good match without it oxidizing, so it looked beautiful when I apply it, and then an hour or two later it might oxidize, and I do struggle with that sometimes. The powder for me is just like a standout fave, so I like this powder. I probably will always try and keep this in my collection because it's just like a reliable for me, and I like it dusted over my face. I realise I haven't probably used this powder for baking before, and I don't typically bake because of my skin type, so it didn't really work for me in my smile lines today, but that's fine. I like that powder. The bronzers. So obviously I knew that the powder bronzer is a really good one. I use it a lot. I'm actually starting, can you kind of see like the pan forming? Like a little shadow there as I turn it. I am starting to form a little bit of a pan there because I really like this bronzer. This cream bronzer, although it was slightly, I'm gonna open it, slightly more cool toned, it was really, really beautiful. It was kind of similar to the blushes, which I'll talk about in a minute. It had that sheer like quality where it was buildable in terms of colour and pigment, but it kind of shaped the skin like a shadow. Really like this. The powder one warmed me up nicely and did the job. This one offered like a bronzer effect, I find, especially in this shade, which is Butter Biscuit. And again, for my complexion, I found that this offered a very quick shaping to the face without giving harsh contour. It gave that kind of warm, soft and sculpted look, she says. I don't know if that's quite what I've achieved, but I feel like that's what you could get with this. That's what it's doing, you know? The cream cheeks, I really, really like these. Are these just called cream cheeks? What are these actually called? I keep calling them cheeks out. God knows, cheeks out cream blushes. I really like these cream blushes. I do have 2 now. I was only going to keep the one because I was like, my God, how many cream blushes does a girl need? And I couldn't help myself because I do really, really like this one. This is in Peach Face. I don't know if this is limited edition, it might be, but the concept of a blush is still the same. This is still going to be lovely, you know, it's still going to be the same quality. I really like these. I feel like these would work on lots of different skin tones because of their property. And by that I mean, they don't have a milky white base to them. They have this like sheer, almost like a jelly quality where the more you put on, the more pigmented it becomes, but it becomes pigmented in its quality rather than its color. Like, it doesn't look like this on the cheeks, it will look like a tone of this on your cheeks, like on your skin tone. And I really like that. I would pick up more, but they are quite expensive. Like, they're expensive, but they're worth it. It's like one of those things where I have so many cheap products that I don't need every single one of these. You know, if I got sent them, I'm going to be keeping all of them and trying all of them and using all of them. But for me, I would rather have the variety in my collection for the sake of YouTube and just have a couple of shades. But who knows, maybe next year, if I decide to do another Fenty haul, I'd pick up another one. The purple blush has always appealed to me, but I'm a little bit shy. So yeah, really, really like these blushes. I think they're a really good product. This I was a little bit disappointed by. So this was the Hot Cheeks Juicy Peach. Again, packaging, honestly, this wins the award for the most beautiful thing that I've seen this year. Absolutely stunning in terms of makeup. But inside, again, stunning, beautiful. I just found it a bit flat. Like I just found it a bit like on my cheeks. I don't know. Maybe I'm using it wrong. Let me know if you guys have got this, if you've seen other people use it, if they like it. I just wanted a bit more. It's like a sheen more than it is a blush, but you couldn't use it as a highlighter because it's got that blush to it, and it's like it's like more highlighter than it is blush, but you can't use it as highlighter because the blush is still very prevalent, and you'd be like, have you got a blush on your cheeks? Like, it would look weird as a highlighter. It is very much a blusher, but I think I wanted this to be a blush topper because of its sheen and not having a lot of pigment, and it felt like it wasn't really doing that. I don't know, maybe I used the wrong type of brush. Maybe I should use a denser brush next time. Let me know if you've got this, if you've seen other people try it. I will try this again. I do try and try everything multiple times before I come up with like an absolute final verdict. But I was just a bit, straight off the bat, a bit disappointed by this. Again, I will try it with a denser brush, and I think I'll probably have a little bit more luck maybe. Maybe I'll pick up some more pigment with it and it would look less flat and wish-washy, you know? Need I say more? Need I say more? Again, that beautiful packaging that this was in. I mean, I prefer the colours of this thing, it looks sensational. This again is very like pearly and gorgeous, very, very, very pretty packaging. The highlighter itself is beaming. If you don't like a beaming highlighter, this is not the one for you. If you like something that's going to call to space in a very natural, wet looking way, get it before it goes. Get it before it goes. Don't regret it. I'm not someone to say run out and buy something usually. I'm kind of like, it's makeup, it's all the same. There are highlighters on the market like this. It's a baked highlighter. It's not going to change your life because it's just makeup, but it is stunning. And if you're a highlighter lover and you've been eyeing it up and you're, is it going to be good? Am I going to like it? I personally think you're going to like it. I love this highlighter. It's sheeny, it's beautiful, it's not glittery, it's not chunky, it's smooth, especially if you get some setting spray and set it down, it just melts into the skin. It looks stunning. I love it. I think this is my favourite product that I've used today. And then the last two products that I used from Fenty were obviously the lips. The lip liner I was actually really shocked by. I really like it. It's still on my lips right now. I have not topped up my lips from eating 2 fajitas that had like chipotle sauce and some Greek yogurt in. Like, I have not topped up my lips and they're still glossy, shiny, and you can absolutely see the lip liner. More than anything else, the gloss has gone a little bit, but I totally expect that because I literally ate food. Like, I ate food. It was gonna come off, you know. It's not working miracles, but the lip liner is still there. I'd be very, very happy if I went out to dinner and my lips still looked like this. Again, I really like it when a lip liner is sturdy because then I can just top up with a gloss and the colour and the pigment and definition is still there. Please let me know, do you own anything from Fenty? If you do, what's your favourite product? I think a lot of people own like 1 or 2 things, or like a thing from Fenty, or have at least tried them. I feel like people that I've spoken to in my everyday life have either tried like the gloss bombs or her brow product, a lot of lip products. A lot of people have tried her lip products. A lot of people have also tried the Easy Drops foundation. A lot of people have said to me in my normal everyday life that they really like this. So yeah, let me know, what do you own from Fenty? Do you have a standout product to you? Like I said, if there was something I was going to recommend to someone that maybe was just starting a makeup, or just was like, tell me one thing I want from Fenty, I'd probably be like, ooh, glosses or that highlighter if it's available. If the highlighter's not available, get yourself a gloss, like you'll really like it. But yeah, let me know, what's your favourite? And also, do you have any recommendations from the brands that I haven't tried? Like I said, are the brows bomb? Is the mascara is the mascara bomb? And also, I don't think she really does eyeshadow. She does like those 6 pans, but I'm like, ugh, they looked so boring. Not gonna lie, they looked really boring, but maybe they're great quality. If you've tried them, please let me know. I think they're called the Matchbox eyeshadows. They were the Matchbox it's not Matchsticks, it's Matchbox eyeshadows, I'm pretty sure. Regardless, let me know down below, because I really like talking to you guys and talking about the makeup. I love it, I love it. Thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you've enjoyed. Thumbs the video up if you have, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell, because then you'll be notified of all the videos I upload. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!